Dientes. 3, 2, 1. Guys, welcome back to the podcast. Oh my God. This is episode 189. Don't impress me.
That's 189 for my gringos out there.
Yes, 11189.
Why you gotta do that?
This is
Why,
this
why, do
name.
you, why do you gotta write with one eye, bro?
I don't know. But I was gonna do the Disney thing right here. Like that.
Oh, no, we gotta. That was good. We gotta go ahead and send this over to Disney then for sure.
Oh my God.
For sure, guys. We're excited to. Dude, we're near 200 episodes now, and you've been on the back half of this with me, bro. I appreciate you, man.
100 to 200.
We got another exciting episode for you guys, but first, we are excited to announce that we just broke 60,000 YouTube subscribers. So thank you guys. If you are not already subscribed, go ahead and check it out. We are live here from our Doral studio Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is our full, both hours actually, our beginner hour as well as our intermediate and advanced hours. On Fridays specifically, we actually have Rueda de Casino, and we will soon be starting up specialty classes as well. So that's definitely going to be a lot of fun. So
Very
stay tuned for that. Guest instructors as well. Sure enough, just like every other Rico recap,
Every other one.
Pablo has another very, very interesting topic. Again, I don't know too much about it other than the title, but we're going to go ahead and roll with this. Don't impress me.
Don't impress
What
me.
I do know is that this is I guess you could say, extension of one of my personal favorite episodes, 50. Episode 50 is the Trinity,
Yes.
where we talk about basically in any relationship there is the inspiration, which is the top of your triangle, if you would, and then from there kind of stems out representing yourself and then your partner, if we're talking about dance, on the dance floor. So there's your inspiration at the top of the triangle, and then on the bottom lives a connection that sprouted from the original source. So with that said, like fill me in, brother. What do we got today?
So, I mean, as you said, the Trinity, music, you, your partner. And what came about this is that we are right now preparing for competition.
Yes.
We-
Casineros
Casineros
Rueda
Rueda Congress.
Congress. That is going to be the last weekend of April. It's an amazing event, guys. If you are not attending this year, look into it next year. Casineros.info. Dixon, shout out to you. Thank you for everything that you do for the South Florida community and abroad. Appreciate you.
Thank you very much. So, preparing for Casineros Rueda Congress. We have competition coming up on April 26th. We're going to compete. Saturday?
Saturday, the 26th.
Yes. And so we have a lot of students, obviously, that are going to compete. They're going to be in MM, Pro-Am, all of these other categories. And we're doing a lot of private classes. We're super busy right now. But this is a common question that I've gotten from a lot of my male students, and not even the ones that I'm just doing privates with. It's also like normal students that are in group classes. They ask me, hey, like, I feel like I'm always doing the same exact thing. I'm doing an enchufa and dile que no. I'm doing a sombrero and dile que no. I'm doing a montaña and dile que no. I just throw you the 3 levels. A little bit more basic, a little bit more complicated, and montaña, which is supposed to be an advanced turn, intermediate. And so basically, my answer to this is listen to the music. But I wanted to use today's podcast to kind of break it down because a lot of people have the big misconception. Actually, a lot of people come into the dancing to try to impress other people. In the case of guys, it would be to impress women. In the case of women, it would be to impress guys.
Or each other.
Or each other.
Yeah.
In this case, it could be a couple, right? And so the first thing that we say in every class, or one of the first things, is that the objective is having fun. Yes? And the short answer is to have fun, you have to listen to the music, because without the music, you cannot connect with your partners. It's impossible. What makes possible the connection with your partner is the music. And where I want to go with this is that if you don't know what to do when you're dancing, like if you feel like you're just doing one move after the other, you're executing fouls, like just stepping with the music, but you're not really feeling the music, is because you're not being intentional about feeling the music. because your objective is not to have fun with the music, is to use the music to impress lady, guy,
or
couple,
whatever
or whatever.
third party inspiration,
That
something
is, yeah,
something other than the purpose. Am I right when I say
exactly.
that?
Yes.
So I mean, absolutely, this is too common. So if you're in this boat, by all means, and if you're questioning it, then even better. Then you're on the right track. Um, we can get easily trapped into this notion that, my objective is to be able to dance a song without repeating the same movement twice.
Right.
No,
You could go about it a million different ways.
your objective is to have fun.
Right.
I love chess. And in chess, you make the same move a lot of the time.
Yep. Same opening.
I enjoy eating. You want to know the move for that? Same move, right? At the end of the day, the objective and the intention is ultimately the source for the connection between you and your partner. What happens is it's often isolated, or we kind of use the music as a tool where the music is below the connection. Like we stand on the music for this. No.
Right.
We are essentially, from an energetic perspective, you, the dancer, are created because the music was playing.
Right.
If we're doing social dance, right? I am dancing because I feel like dancing. If you are dancing for any other reason than because you want to, then we're already misaligned. That question,
Yes.
that question comes from a place of someone who's uninspired.
Right.
Don't hate me. This is normal if we are not questioning ourselves on what are we doing here? Why are we here? Why am I doing? Why do I have this nice shirt on? Why do I have these dance shoes on? Why am I in this place? Why did I drive 30 minutes to get here?
That's probably the most important question. Why?
From there, you're never going to be questioning, what do I do? Because everything that you do is just a reminder or a reflection of the reason why you're there. Which
Right.
the easiest one, the one that we connect to and the one that we teach, at least here in our organization, everyone likes to have fun. Everyone likes
Because
to
it's
have a
fun.
good time. Because it's fun.
That's it.
Right? And again, you can have other inspirations as well. And I wanna shake my stress away. I want to express myself because I've had a hard day.
Right.
You can have different intentions, but what you do will be because of that original intention. I want to shake my stress away. Well, then the movements that I'm going to be doing, with the actions that I'm going to be taking throughout the night or throughout the day in your life, are going to be based on the original intention of why you woke up that morning
But let me ask you a question.
or why you went out that night.
The inspirations need to come from you, need to come from within. It cannot come from a place of, I want to impress this lady or this guy. It has to be from within. It has to be from what you want to do, right?
100%. Well, the impressions that are made are just a byproduct of one, or at least an authentic one, which is the most powerful one,
Right.
which we spoke about in a previous episode. That authenticity is the most energetically charged power in the universe.
Vibration.
Literally, it is the strongest vibration. You can smell, ladies, and you know what I'm talking about. You can smell authenticity, and you can also smell its opposite very easily. And so both ladies and gentlemen, like your authenticness moving forward in everything that you do and your intention is ultimately the easiest way to receive the results that you're looking for.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Authenticity comes from confidence.
Authenticity comes from confidence. I would say it's the other way around.
Confidence.
Confidence comes from moving in authenticity.
Interesting.
So if I'm coming out, tonight, I'm going out. And you know what I'm going to do tonight? I am going to make every single decision that I make completely disconnected and what's the word I'm looking for? Uninfluenced by anybody else. That's my intention for tonight. And so everything that I do from there forward, I'm going to ask myself, do I want to do this?
Right.
And then when I decide that's what I want to do, then I'm going to go ahead and do that with, what is it? Unapologetically myself.
But you're doing it because you want to do it, not because fulanito or fulanita is there.
Correct. And then this is see, this is where correct. This is where things get messy because let's say I'm influenced by someone else. I make a decision, then someone else makes a decision that they don't want to do, inspired by your decision that wasn't authentically you. And then there's just kind of like this just ripple effect of everyone just following each other blindly without kind of like, getting present, if you would, and be like, how did I even get here? Okay, how's this? How's this for a self-reflection question?
Oh.
Have you ever gone out dancing and you realize, I didn't even want to be out dancing? Let's flip it. Let's flip it the other way around. Like,
right.
I'm tired. I want to be in bed. Like, why am I here? Right? Or am I just doing it because everyone else is going?
Right.
And then you go out, the whole night.
Right.
And and then
you have to force yourself to dance.
And then you're bringing the energy down. And like at the end of the day, if everybody moves in authenticity versus trying to impress one another, and impress, you can fill in the blank, right? Don't blank me, whatever.
Right.
Whatever that is. Kind of moving through the Trinity. Being reminded of why you're here.
Right.
When it comes to social dance, it's the music.
Yes.
Right? So I like this song. I want to physically represent this song.
Do you like this song? Do you not like this song? That's the most important question.
Right.
Do you want to dance it?
Do you want to dance the song? Because if you don't want to dance the song, then you shouldn't be dancing the song. Right? So, and it goes into a little bit of a deeper question too, is do you even hear the differences between different songs?
Right.
Do you know if you like the song? Have you asked? Have you checked in?
Can you feel if you like songs or not?
Correct. So all of these things are kind of like preliminary steps, if you would.
Yes.
But I think it's very easy to do. I think that's, well, it can be learned quickly.
Yes.
I think that we don't get enough practice at asking ourselves questions.
I think that's a very big one, and of course we're relating it back to dance, but I feel like in everything, this is something I dealt with myself, and I think everybody deals with at all points in their life. You can never be good enough at figuring out yourself, I guess.
Oh, it's a
forever journey.
100%.
And so this is what I felt in my case, when you start asking yourself these questions like, do I want to go out? Do I want to dance this song?
Do I want to go after this major?
Right.
Like some of us are committing to 4 years, 6 years, 8 years of school, for example.
For example.
Do I even want to do this?
Right.
Am I going to decide to make every single one of these sacrifices for this goal? And if that's the case, then great. Then you know why you're going to class.
Let me put you in the perfect scenario. You're planning your birthday party.
Okay.
And you obviously invite people to your birthday party.
You're invited to my birthday party.
I think you're wrong.
Well, we would actually be having
the together birthday party.
For those of you that don't know, we have the same birthday, May 18th.
May 18th, same birthday.
Yeah. Shout out to all my Tauruses out there.
Imagínate. So you have your birthday party, and you obviously invite people to your birthday party.
Is it my birthday party or is it your birthday party?
It's our birthday.
That's right. I'm sorry. I asked that question already.
Bro, no pasa nada.
I'm going to go hide now.
Silencio, bro.
Silencio, bro.
Oh my God. And so you're going to invite people to your birthday party. Are you inviting the people you want to invite to your birthday party, or are you inviting the people you think you should invite?
Say it again.
Are you inviting the people that you want to invite, that you feel really like inviting and hanging out with, or are you inviting the people that you think should be there, should be invited because that's what should be done and is correct and is right?
Or they're going to get quote unquote butthurt if they don't get invited.
Worst case, what I always ask myself this: you are afraid of not inviting the people that should be there. Ask yourself this: worst case, like worst case scenario, everything goes wrong. What is the worst that happens? They get mad at you. I mean, you don't want them there in the first place, so do they really matter?
And now, and this is a sensitive topic for a lot of people, because we're, again, don't impress me, right? Or don't lie to me. Don't make me happy, right? If we're moving in authenticity, all of us are going to be saving that much more time, right? And at the end of the day, how do we express love? In our time. It is the most valuable asset that there is, right? If we are surrounding ourselves with the people that we actually genuinely want to be with, we're going to be more pure in everything that we do as we move forward, including our dances on the dance floor, right? We're going to actually be dancing to songs that we like with people that we like, right? Not necessarily because it's also new, right? But we're having the intention of exploring something new, which is wonderful too. And it's always important to leave space for that, because if we're only dancing with people that we've just danced with, then we're limiting our growth as well. Discomfort and all that still plays a role.
Yes.
But ultimately, if we were to zoom out a little bit outside of dance, in this case, the music is the inspiration, right? But for the sake of the question, or at least seeing the parallels, what do I do on the dance floor? What move do I do? Like, I don't know. What do I do is the question.
How can I connect to the music? Like, how do I do the music, I guess?
Sure. So same thing. Let's take it outside of dance now. And it's like, okay, what do I do when I'm trying to be studious? What do I do when I'm trying to be nice?
Right.
What do I do when I'm trying to be disciplined? Different examples, right? But that's the inspiration. That's the source, right? So it's like, what do I do? Well, the question is, what would somebody who's disciplined do? What would somebody who's nice do? What is somebody who is fill in the blank? That's what you would be doing.
Right.
So it goes back to taking it a little bit deeper, how I like to do it, is what do I do? Well, who are you?
What do you feel like doing?
What do you feel like doing comes from who you are. Because Pablo may want to do something different than me. Right. You are probably gonna want to do something different than us, and that's totally fine, because that at least should be representative of who you are. And I challenge you, if we're going around now, if we're flipping a new chapter today in this lesson of 189, and to not impress me, then we move forward in every decision that we make based off of who we are.
Yes.
So it's not what we say, it's the actions that we're taking.
Yes.
Right? So if I, for example, the invitation, I forget what episode number that is. If I hear a song, if I get out of my chair and I walk across the floor and I offer somebody my hand to dance, I didn't speak. That said everything, right? Mm-hmm. And gentlemen, understand, ladies too, of course, your actions represent who you are. So as long as they're not for the sake of impressing somebody, yes, but always connected to the source of the reason why we're doing everything.
Which means you're connected to yourself.
Correct. Now, connect to yourself. Who are you? Inspired by your parents, inspired by your morals, inspired by your family, your friends, perhaps your religion, right? All of these things shape who we are. And it's say, well, okay, I am an honest person. That decision was already made. I'm an honest person. So what do I do? Do I lie to them? It's a fair question.
Right.
But the answer is simple. It's absolutely not, because I'm an honest person.
You're always gonna get yourself in more trouble sooner or later if you're not authentic.
Correct.
Authenticity is gonna lead you to where you actually want to go.
100%. And the beautiful part is that there's no wrong answer.
Right.
It's as long as it's genuinely 100% you. So for the sake of the music, if we bring it back to dance now, which is this is the best part for me, answering the question of what do I do now?
When I'm trying to connect with the music,
Correct. If the song is slower, well then I'm gonna do slower things.
right?
If the song is romantic,
Dance the romantic.
then I'm gonna do romantic things.
Suavecito.
And that's an example.
Right.
Right? Your romantic could be different than Pablo's romantic. But if the intention behind it is romantic, that's gonna be felt.
Exactly.
And the beautiful part is that if your partner is also doing the same thing, because remember, the music was created first, this romantic song was created, then shows up Pablo and his romantic self, and then, I don't know, Jessica, va poner nombre. Jessica's romantic self shows up, boom, now we have a connection because it's not Pablo and Jessica, it's Pablo's romantic and Jessica's romantic through this romantic inspiration.
Exactly.
Let's say Pablo over here, or the idea, discipline. Pablo's growing his business. I'm growing my business. We meet. We get to know each other. We're talking. We're both disciplined.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing, bro? Actually, I gotta go. I gotta record this podcast. Excuse me.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So the idea is that through the discipline, and yeah, you're right. I gotta record a podcast too. Yeah. Yeah, right. So the idea is that we connect over this shared idea,
Yes.
right? So the salsa, yeah, is great. 3 steps pause, but that's where it ends. The 3 steps pause is the physical manifestation of the expression and the feeling that we upload behind or our interpretation of how the song is making us feel.
Yes.
Um,
I think we nailed it.
that's a wonderful.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful question. Like what we do should always be a reflection of who we are.
Yes.
And if those questions still come up, right? Well, but what does that mean? Like, what move do I do? What move do you want to do? And that's more of what Pablo was saying,
Yes.
right?
And again, we're talking about the what, but again, we also talked about the how. Like, you dance. How do you dance a song? Romantic, fast, close, far, very wide, very close. Again, there's a million things to do this, and it is an intangible thing to explain. So it is gonna be harder, and there's not gonna be something specific that you can do. But the best you can do is just pay attention to the song because it always starts with paying attention and being intentional about connecting with the music, and that means you're paying attention, and then from there you can start figuring things out. Again, at the beginning you're not gonna know what you like, so you just gotta throw yourself into it and you'll see how it feels.
Pause. Say that again.
You gotta throw yourself into it.
Before.
Just start before.
Yeah, right before. You
Right
may not
before.
know.
You may not know what you like,
Correct.
and that's that's where a lot of people are.
Correct. Normal.
It's normal. Like at the beginning, I didn't know what I liked, and now I figured out that I like songs that are like on the scale 1 to 10 fast. I like a 5, 6, and I like more romantic songs than fast songs. Again, that changes. Before I like canciones.
How very Pablo of you, bro.
Thank you very much. Yes, so it's very intangible. If you struggle to get the concept, it is completely normal. If you don't know what you like, it is completely normal. That's what we all go through. But it doesn't take years to start getting it. It takes now. Start and you'll start getting it. And tomorrow you'll be better at this than you were before.
I believe it was episode 26 or 27. Start now.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. So, and a good question to ask your instructors. Pablo, could you give me some examples of some movements that I could do during a slow song?
Of course, you could do a 3-step. You could do a song, adios, rodeo, basic,
ABC.
underarm.
Right.
There's a bunch.
Okay, what about a medium song? What about a fast song? Like those examples are definitely like a stepping stone,
Yes.
if you would. But just kind of know, generally speaking, same thing for you ladies with regards to styling, movements, hips, shoulders, facial expressions, right? At the end of the day, these are these are expressions,
Right.
right? So the expressions should match energetically with what we're talking about. Now, with that being said, and to conclude,
Yes.
there's a lot, there's a endless amount of videos everywhere. Just go ahead and just start salsa videos.
Romantic salsa.
Sure, if you want to look up romantic,
Right.
and you will find, and you'll see, okay, I like this video, I didn't like this video, and
Right.
you'll start to know why, and you'll start to see the common denominators, right?
Yes.
So don't be.
That's actually very good. I used to watch a lot of videos. I think that helped figure out what your style is.
100%. You know, and you start to say, hey, I like these guys and I like these girls.
Yes.
You know, and that goes the same. Like ladies, you're gonna like the way certain guys dance, and you're gonna like the way certain girls dance, right? So that kind of gives you a little bit more of an understanding or a discovery.
A North Star, a guide, path.
Absolutely, and that's the beauty. And I'm not bashing technology, but I'm always like kind of like saying to be wary of all of this information. But this is where it's a lot of light here, right? Because at the end of the day, from the comfort of our sofa, we can be in a self-discovery process,
Right.
You know, through something as beautiful and as fun as salsa. I think we. What do you guys think? Did we leave anything out? If we did, go ahead and shoot Pablo an email.
Me.
Pablo at salsakings.com. And again, guys, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can do so. Simple URL, youtube.salsakings.com. Just go ahead and type that in your browser, and it'll pop up immediately our specific channel without having to go into YouTube and searching for it. And guys, thank you again for your continued loyalty, and we will see you on the dance floor.
Nos vemos.